All right, we are doing the photosynthesis now. Photosynthesis is making food.
Your phone is ringing.
We'll just slide that right.
I think someone's getting checked out.
Who is? Go answer it and see if it's for you.
And if it is, say, I'll be right down.
Call him back.
Do you need this test back?
Go ahead. If you're getting checked out, go ahead. I need the rubric back after you're done looking at it. You can just put it in the box at the end of class if you want. How about that? Does that work?
Cheeky new quiz section.
Guess what this is?
Chlorophyll.
A plant cell.
It's a chloroplast. It's in a plant cell. You want to grab that? Allie, can you grab that?
Where did my pen just go?
Lucy checking out. Thank you, Allie. All right, can we do this? This is a chloroplast. It's inside a plant cell, and you need to know the different parts of a chloroplast. Chloroplasts are double membranes, have double membranes, two membranes separating their insides from their outsides, and they are filled with a bunch of these little discs. The little discs are called thylakoids. Can you say thylakoid?
Thylakoid.
Thylakoid is where the chlorophyll is. It's on this membrane here. Bye.
Bye, Lucy.
That's the only thing that's green in a plant. It's these thylakoid membranes. Everything else isn't really green. They color this membrane green, but it's not.
Oh.
These membranes are green because they contain chlorophyll, which we'll talk about in a minute. Chlorophyll absorbs sunlight and allows photosynthesis to occur. Now, a stack of these thylakoids is called a granum. A granum is several of the thylakoids together. Can you say granum?
Granum.
Bunch of them together. And then there's some kind of empty space inside there, that's just open space, and that's called the stroma. Can you say stroma?
Stroma.
These are fun words to say. The stroma is just like the outside of the thylakoids, and there are the thylakoids. And what's a stack of these thylakoids called?
Granum.
A granum. Learn it now. Don't wait till later.
Yeah.
Memorize it now.
And there's inner and outer membrane.
Inner membrane and outer membrane. You know why it has two membranes?
Because it used to be a prokaryote.
It used to be free living on its own, and it was pulled into a cell and surrounded by the cell membrane. So that's why it has two membranes now. Endosymbiosis.
What?
Heck yeah.
Is there any purpose or significant order that the thylakoids are in? Or they
No, they're just kind of randomly
jumping
screwed around.
around.
Yeah.
Endosymbiosis?
Endosymbiosis, we studied that last chapter. That means cells living together. So one cell took in these other cells.
So it's like endocytosis, but for cells?
But for cells. Symbiosis means living together.
What's the stroma again?
The stroma is just the area around the thylakoids that's inside the inner membrane.
Is it liquid?
It is. There's a bunch of liquid floating around there. Mostly water and some other things. We're going to talk about that coming up. Now, did you know plants are green?
Yeah.
Why are they green?
Chlorophyll.
Because chlorophyll is green. Why is chlorophyll green? A little bit harder. Let me show you why. There's two types of chlorophyll that you find in plants. Chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. Now, this chlorophyll sits on those thylakoid membranes and absorbs sunlight. Now, did you know when sunlight comes down, it consists of all the colors?
Yeah.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
Everything's absorbed but green.
So if you look at the chart, blue is absorbed really well by chlorophyll A and B. They absorb most of the blue colors. This shows what colors are absorbed the most. It really absorbs blue well. Look at this big peak right here. That's the blue color. Chlorophyll B really absorbs blue well. Chlorophyll A really absorbs violet well. Chlorophyll A also really absorbs red well. And chlorophyll B really absorbs yellow and orange pretty well. So, what's the only thing really absorbed?
Green.
Green. So the green bounces off. All the other colors are absorbed but green. So what color do the plants look like?
Green.
Green. That's why plants are green.
Interesting.
See, you learn stuff in school. Why are plants green?
Because they
You
don't.
can't just say, you used to just say, 'cause they're green. There's a reason. They're absorbing every color but green. Plants don't absorb green.
They don't like it.
You know what a plant would look like if you just shined a green light at the leaf?
Wow.
10 points if you can tell me. If you just had a green light and you were shining it at a leaf in a dark room other than the green light, what color would the leaf look like? I'll give you a hint. It doesn't absorb green. 10 points if you can answer that. And if you don't know it, you can lose points here.
That's it. We did it in night.
What color would a leaf look like if you just shined a green light on it in a dark room?
I'm pretty sure.
White is incorrect.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Anyone else?
That's my fault.
Don't answer. Or we can do
Green is incorrect.
It's okay.
do it.
Nobody's got it.
Anyone else?
I think I have a notion.
Oh God. Sorry.
Blue is correct.
Oh.
Oh.
Kind of a tricky
Oh, wait,
question.
can I move?
Purple's correct. Anyone else?
Almost. So if you shine green on it,
Yeah, you shine a green light on it, what color would it look like?
Green. Oh.
For that question, I'll have to
Going.
to Gracie.
Going. No? Orange correct.
yeah.
Peach correct. It would be green, because the green light would bounce right off of it.
It's a trick question.
10 points if you can tell me what color would the leaf look like if you shined a blue light on it. Just a blue light, the only blue. What color would the leaf look like if you just shined a blue light on it? These are great questions. These are science bowl questions.
Winning. Whatever.
Orange incorrect. Blue correct. Green incorrect.
Did you put green?
White incorrect. Anyone else?
Those questions were the same exact
You
point.
shined a blue light on it. It would look black
Correct.
because it would absorb all the light. If you just shine blue on it, it would absorb it. Nothing would bounce off. It'd be a black looking leaf. Try it. Grab a leaf, get a blue light bulb.
Can we do it?
That should be next video.
I don't have a blue light bulb, but if we
Is
did,
there video
My
footage?
dad's got red and green light bulbs.
Do we have video footage?
well, you know what? If you shined a red light on it too, it would absorb the red and it would look black. Try that and try that. You gotta wait till night, because you gotta have a dark room. If there's any light in the room, the light will bounce off and you'd see the green. So you gotta get a dark room.
Can we see some video footage?
That video's is not working, so I can't show it to you. Sorry. So this is the photosynthesis equation. You all have to memorize this equation. You have to understand what photosynthesis is. Light plus carbon dioxide plus water yields glucose plus oxygen. We got to memorize that equation. Let's do that right now. Let's understand this equation. Light plus 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O yields C6H12O6 plus 6 O2. This is if you're not used to looking at chemical equations, this can be very confusing, and you'll be like, how am I going to memorize all that? We got to break it down. We got to break it down into its components.
Break it down now, y'all.
Break it down like me on the Ziggy's dance floor. So
Is there video footage of that?
there's not, unfortunately. So Guess what CO2 is?
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide. It's a carbon atom with 2 oxygens attached to it.
Double bonded.
Each oxygen is double bonded to the carbon. So that's carbon dioxide. You know where carbon dioxide is found?
Outside our lungs.
It's in the air. 0.3% of this air is carbon dioxide. It's actually closer to 0.4% now. Humans are driving up the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere by burning trees and fossil fuels.
0.4%.
0.4% of the atmosphere is carbon dioxide. And that's enough. That's what plants need. And they'll take carbon dioxide. Now, what does the 6 in front of the carbon dioxide mean?
There's 6 carbon dioxide.
There's 6 of them. So I can put 6 of them here. Oh, here's some more. 6 carbon dioxides.
I'm glad they write it out shorthand.
Six carbon dioxide. So plants use light and carbon dioxide, which is from the air. And what is this right here?
Water.
Water.
It's water. Where does water come from?
Hydrogen and oxygen.
Water comes from the ground. And it rains. It rains, it gets on the ground, and the plants suck it up through their roots. So that's 6 H2Os. So y'all remember what H2O looks like, right? Looks like that. So there's 6 of those. Takes forever to do it this way. That's why they do it this way. 6 of these and 6 of those go together to make that. You know what that molecule is? C6H12O6?
Glucose.
Sugar.
That's glucose. That's this. All of this comes together to make that. And oxygen, which is O2. You get 6 of those as well.
The waste.
That's the waste product.
So water's not double bonded.
No, single covalent bonds. Oxygen can only have 2 bonds. So we put carbon dioxide and water together to make glucose, and that's food. That's sugar. That is the basis. This molecule right here is the basis for every organic molecule that's built. Your entire body is made from that. And some other atoms and molecules that can be added to that. You can tear that apart and make it into a fat. You can tear glucose. Your body can tear glucose apart and build it into fats. Your body can tear glucose apart and build it into amino acids. Your body can tear glucose apart and help build it into nucleotides. And back and forth. We can go back and forth between all of those. But
It's like Legos.
the basic source is this. You got to have this to start with. Plants can make this from scratch, from carbon dioxide in the air and water in the ground. And as long as you got light, the light can shine on it, and the plant can build that molecule. And then how do you get it? How do you get that molecule in you?
Take a chomp out of the plant.
You eat the plant. Or you eat an animal that ate the plant. You like steak?
Love it.
You're eating an animal that ate the plant. You're getting your glucose by eating the animal that ate the plant, but it originally came from the plant.
Love me some steak.
You can eat the plant directly, or you can eat animals that eat plants, but either way, you're getting glucose from photosynthesis. That's where all the glucose in the world comes from, photosynthesis. Isn't that cool? Actually, some of it comes from chemosynthesis, which is something bacteria can do, but we'll talk about that later. Most of it comes from photosynthesis. So this is the equation. You got to memorize this. 6 CO2s and 6 H2Os yields glucose plus 6 O2. Can you do that? Can you do that equation? Let's see if you can do that equation. Close your books. Close your notes. I'm going to erase the equation.
It's on the board.
I'm going to change the page. See if you can write that equation.
10 points.
Just see if you can do it. Each person try to do it. It's okay if you miss it. I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to see it. Just try to write it. See if you can do it. If you were paying attention here, you might be able to do it. And if you can't, you need to try and do it. I'll show you the answer in just a second.
Every person in our biology group gets
Each
it.
person needs to write it on their own. This isn't a biology question. See if you can write the equation.
I wonder what.
If you can't write anything right now, you haven't been paying attention. Mr. Willis. Hold on. I'm not going to look at it. I want you to check.
Interesting that they call. Never mind.
And by the way, I might have you write this equation again for a quiz. Next time we meet.
I don't like that.
Did anybody try to write it?
Yes, sir.
Let's look at the answer.
Did I get it?
Light plus 6 CO2, that's carbon dioxide, plus 6 water molecules, that's water, makes glucose, C6H12O6, and 6 O2s.
Pretty damn close.
Are you getting any of this with me up here? Have you been putting it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can put it back up there.
Wow.